Hey everybody, welcome to Life with Amy. So I'm getting ready to make a little Easter treat to take to, for Lucy and Thunder to take to doggy daycare. And I thought I'd just hop on here and show you what I was going to do. So I know y'all have probably all seen these, but I've never made them before and I thought they were really, really cute. So I'm going to make these little cheese ball carrots. And just to show you how I did one, I ordered these little cellophane cone-shaped bags off of Amazon. You can probably get them in Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and they're cake, maybe they're cake decorating area, or maybe where their sandwich bags are. They're cellophane bags. I'm not sure, but I ordered mine because I thought of it at the last minute to do this, and I didn't want to not be able to find them. So what I did to make it easier for me was I just kind of set the little bag down in a cup, a glass, to kind of hold it. And then I went and bought a big thing of cheese balls because I knew I was going to be making several of them. So I just carefully poured the cheese balls into the little bag, and then kind of push this bottom one down a little bit so the others will move down just a little bit more, just so I can tie it at the top. And these bags did come with the little twist ties. And what I liked about these bags is that two things about the twist ties. First of all, they came in their own separate bag. And then they were already individually placed in here. They're not like on a, you know how they're usually kind of stuck together and you just have to pull one off. So I really like that. That just took a little step away from me. All right, so I've already done my little carrots. The only other thing I want to do, and I haven't done them to these over here, is I'm just going to tie a little green ribbon just at the top. I kind of fold the little twist tie kind of back around it so that I can get my little ribbon on here, and I'll tie one real quick and then I'll show y'all. I'm not, if it makes a bow, it's fine. If it doesn't make a bow, it's fine. It's just a quick, cute little treat. Here we go. Let me pull that tighter so that my little loops can show. And you can make it a little bit bigger, or you can just tie a little knot and put it on yours. And there you have your little carrot. I thought those were so cute. So I made all those up except for putting the bows on them, which I'll do a little later. But what I did do is when I went to the Dollar Tree to find the little containers to make these, I just found these buckets. You know, when you're doing a larger quantity of things like this, you want to find the best price. So these were $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So I bought, they had different patterns, little metal buckets. These have little rabbits on them holding a carrot. This is just a stripe. I've got another pattern over here too. But I went ahead, now the cellophane bags, you don't have to put them in these, but when I take them, I like for it to kind of be contained a little bit. Now I'm not going to be able to tie this at the top and put a bow, but I'm probably just going to tape it and then put a little card or something at the top. But all I did was, so I got this at the Dollar Tree also. And when you take it out, it's like one big, it looks like almost a hula skirt. What I did was I pulled it all apart and I just started cutting, like where it was folded, I just cut sections of it. And so I ended up with, you know, shorter pieces, more manageable pieces to put in these little buckets. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put, I've done the others over there with the grass, so I thought I would just put a couple together here. And tuck that little bit of grass down in there. So one of these packs of grass will go quite a long way in a smaller container like this. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Now I'm gonna bring over the other buckets, let the doggies in because I hear them. They were outside playing. I'll be right back. Okay, come on, Thunder. Thunder, here, buddy. Here you go, Lucy. Here, Thunder. There you go. All right. Okay, so let me bring the other. So this is another one of the designs that they had. And then, let's see, do I have all the designs? Was it just 3 designs? Okay, so we got these. Okay, these 2 over. I thought we had bought 10 of them, but we only bought 9. But when we made them last time for Valentine's Day, we had a couple of leftovers, so I'm sure there'll be enough for everybody that's there. Okay, so I've already got the grass in them. I've already got them in their bags. You just have to kind of wiggle them up on these bags a little bit. I had a couple that did kind of tear here, but that's what the tape's going to fix. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to put in them? All right, so I picked up the little Capri Sun drinks. I thought they might enjoy a little fruit punch. So we'll stick one of those in each thing. And let's see, I've got my little supplies down here. And let's see. One of these in each. Y'all, I gotta tell y'all a little story about the chicken coop before we get off of here. All right. Let's see, one more Capri Sun. Most of the people that are working there are younger, so I think they'll probably like this. And then, let's see, I bought little containers of robin's eggs, the little mini robin's eggs, Whoppers. So we're gonna tuck one of those in each bucket. And when they finish, you know, using their little, eating all their little goodies out of here, they could use these little buckets to hold pens or pencils or hair barrettes, scrunchies, anything. So let's have story time with Amy. So I had showed y'all last week, I believe, the new area that we fixed for the chickens, that little middle section. Well, Sunday night into Monday morning, we had some big storms come through. And about 12:30 that night, it woke me up. And I could hear, we keep the dogs in this little room at night to sleep. Their gate was being banged on, so I thought it was Thunder because he's the one that's scared of storms. So I wanted Matt to be able to sleep because he would have to go to work the next day. So I got up and came in here, and lo and behold, Thunder had already gotten into his safe place. He's got a little corner of that room back there, and I've put some little blankets down for him because he likes to hide there whenever there's a storm. All right, so they all have a robin's egg. And it was Lucy. She was afraid. So I brought her up with me, and Thunder didn't want to come out. And I just got in my recliner, and I thought, well, I'll just lay here and stay here with her so Matt can get some sleep. So I must have dozed off in my recliner, And about 3:30, I woke up, and when I was waking up, I was hearing footsteps. So I'm like, let me listen and see if I was dreaming. So then I hear the back door open. I heard those footsteps. Then I heard the back door open. And usually, if it was Matt getting up to let the dogs out for any reason, I would have heard the little pitty pat of little feet. And I didn't, so I kept sitting there. I'm like, okay, there's no movement in the kitchen. Why am I here? What's going on? Then I heard the back door open again. And I'm like, what is going on? And so then Matt comes from the kitchen into the living room, and I said, what's going on? He said, the chickens made this they were out there making a bunch of noise. This was 3:30 in the morning, and they don't make noise at night. And so he went down to look at the chicken coop, and where we had made that middle section, and we had run the whatever that wire was, and then put a tarp over it, the rain had collapsed into the tarp. The weight of the rain on the tarp pushed down, and the tarp was still up like this, but it tore some of that fencing. Now it was like a nylon or a plastic kind of fencing, so it wasn't that sturdy evidently. So I said, well, can anything get into it? He said, well, they'll probably be all right. I said, yeah, but can something get into them? He said, well, let me go back down there. So he went down there. I went down there with him. I'm in my robe, 3:30 in the morning, and he's back in there trying to kind of hook things back up. And, you know, he had his little head lantern flashlight thing on, because I couldn't find where I keep all my flashlights. They're always right there, but I've moved them, so I couldn't find them. So then he said, well, you go on back up. And little did I know that the reason he wanted me to go on back up was because I asked him, I said, are all the chickens here? And he wanted to make sure that the chickens were all there and that nobody was hurt, so, which they were fine. So he told me, he said, you go back up, and I'll be there in a little bit. So that, we had to deal with that. So Monday, when he got home from work, during his lunch break, he went and got some strong wire, and I forget what all. And then we had some other heavy duty metal wire. So we spent, when he got home yesterday, we spent from the time he got home and changed his clothes to about almost 8 o'clock out there refiguring that roof. If anything gets in that chicken coop, or if any rain knocks it down, it's some powerful rain, because I was putting, you know, he was wiring it all down. I was twist tying everything, you know, with those heavy duty twist ties. And then we put a brand new tarp over everything in that area. So they should be good. But it was kind of scary, and I was kind of worried about him, you know, because, and then the funny thing is, y'all, I'll get back to this in just a second. The funny thing is that we have those new doors, and so I checked on them a couple of times yesterday. I would just look out and make sure they were all moving around and everything, and they were. And about 3:30, I opened the door to let the dogs out, and I was checking on them, and I'm like, whoa, they're in the side garden. How did they get in the side garden? Because we keep them in the coop area, the larger coop area, where they can run all three areas, but we don't put them in the side garden unless we're out there, so that if something swoops down, until we can get that cover over the side garden. Yes, I'm talking about the chickens, Thunder. So I guess in all that commotion that night, the new door, when he slammed it, he thought that it had caught the lock, and it didn't, but it wasn't the door that would let them out in the yard. So, whew, it was quite a night. So I didn't get any sleep hardly that night, between the storm and Lucy and then the chickens. So anyway, let's get back to this. So we got our little things. I'm going to put the little green ribbons on here, but for now I'm just going to tuck them in. Our little cheese ball carrots. And this one that already has the little ribbon on it. Tuck one of those in each one. I don't think I'm going to be able to tape anything there, because they're going to be so full of goodies. But that's a good thing. Okay. And then, let's see, I think I've got three more things to put in. Yeah. So I got these little, y'all ever tried these? They're like a gummy, I guess. They're little Krabby Patties. And so these are the SpongeBob Krabby Patties mix. So I got that. I try to get everything that's individually packaged other than the cheese balls because you have to kind of make that. So I'm just going to tuck a couple of those in each one. Even I like these. And let's see. That's a nice little generous Easter bucket, I think. So all is well with the chickens, but it was scary. Well, the first part that scared me was the footsteps and the back door opening and nothing. I didn't know what was going on. And then the last one over here. And then I got them all an egg, a little Easter egg. And I put a little piece of chocolate in it. And we'll tuck that down in there. I might need 2 hands for that one. There we go. And we're going to tuck that in. Tuck that in. Tuck this in. And this one. And one other thing. And I know everybody remembers these from when you were kids. They had these these giant pixie sticks straws at Walmart. And I just thought it was just something different and colorful and a little kind of a centerpiece to our little buckets here. Let's see if I can get that one down in there. No, I don't even think I'm going to try to tape these up. I'm just going to, Matt will tape these in when he takes the doggies for their doggy daycare. And some people were asking why we take them. It's just, they just go a couple of times a month just to play with other dogs and, you know, get to run around and be a dog in a dog's world. Let me get these last couple in here. Now I got one left. Because I thought we had bought 10 buckets, but we must have miscounted when we were figuring, when we were ciphering all that. So, that is it. These are going to be, I'll bring a couple of them up for all the girls and boys at the doggy daycare that take care of Thunder and Lucy for us so that they can play. And then I'll show you the striped one here. They've got a little snack, they got a little drink in there, they've got a little candy. And then this one is the little bunny one. So, I think it'll put a smile on their face. And I know if somebody brought me this kind of bucket, I'd surely be happy. Alright, so I do have some other things that I'm going to make for others, but I don't know if I'll get around to doing a video on all that or not. But I just wanted to show you these. I had a little bit of time to put these together this morning. And I hope they like it. And maybe it'll give you some ideas, especially these little, if you've never done the little cheese ball carrots, I would do them. I mean, kids love cheese balls. What do I do with my ribbon? You could always just do, you know, do the little Cheetos and just put those down in there. But yeah, I think everybody would really enjoy that. So I hope they like them, and I appreciate y'all watching and listening to my little Annie story time today. So all is well with the chickens. Thanks a lot for joining me today, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everybody.